We've got to make ours even better if we're going to raise our standing in the community. They had the synagogue absolutely beautiful. And even more important than that, we've got to get the banquet just right. That's where everybody judges you. We've got to have really good food and got to make sure we've got enough wine. Got to have enough wine. I did hear about this guy, Jesus, that showed up at a wedding in Cana when they ran out of wine at their wedding, and he turned water into wine. But how often does that happen? I'm not sure I can depend on that. Got to make sure we have plenty of wine. But the most important thing is that guest list. We got to get the movers, the shakers, the most important people we know, the richest people we know. We've got to see if they'll show up for this wedding. That would set this couple off right in the eyes of the community. Of course, we've got our relatives and those neighbors that we're obligated to invite. But guys, that is what the seating chart's all about. Thank goodness for that seating chart. So what we'll do is we will make sure those guests, they'll be back in the lowest seating. We'll put them back, that section, that'll be reserved for them. And if we can get some really important people to show up, we'll seat the most important people at the head table along with my beautiful daughter Elizabeth and Isaac. The place of honor. And that honor will kind of transfer to us too. Oh, we're looking forward to that. Everything's got to be right, though. If it's not right, it could ruin everything. One slip up, one thing going wrong, and it could bring shame to both our families. And life could be really difficult for my daughter and her new husband. So we've got to plan this exactly right. Well, we've been planning this wedding for a little bit, and we've sent out our invitations. And the day is fast approaching, and we're starting to get replies. And we're getting some folks that we didn't think would actually show up telling us that they're going to be here. Oh, we are so excited that we're going to get some really incredible people that are coming to this wedding. They're even coming from a couple of villages over. I can't believe some of them are going to walk 10, 15 miles to be here at this wedding. So we're going to figure out exactly what we're going to make this synagogue look like. I like flowers. I think flowers really make the synagogue pop. So we're going to decorate it and make it look absolutely beautiful. That'll show Jacob and Ruth's parents we can throw a better wedding than they do. We'll put them to shame. But we're still trying to get that seating chart just right. Figure out who's going to be at that head table, because there's limited seating. You can't get everybody there. Well, that day's arrived, friends. The day is here. Finally. My daughter is marrying Isaac. They're going to begin a new life together. Oh, the village is so excited. They've watched these young people grow up their entire lives, and they're ready to see them begin their life together. And the rabbi, he's got his best robes on today. Isaac, he looks so handsome. And my daughter, she's a vision of beauty. It's the most beautiful bride I've ever seen. And we have decorated the synagogue to look so wonderful. The rabbi did a fantastic job. Made a few jokes at Isaac's expense. Said some few beautiful words about the partnership that God created man and woman to be in partnership together. That's why God made Eve for Adam. So he had a helper. Oh, it was beautiful. But now is the main event. What everyone is looking forward to, the banquet. And we're making our way to the banquet. And as we make our way to the banquet, we enter in. The food smells so good. I got a glass of wine on my way in. It was sweet wine. Oh, this is going to go off without a hitch. I'm so excited. We begin to seat everyone. We've got those relatives and those neighbors. We've got them back in their section. And Isaac and Elizabeth, they've made their way to the head table. And the movers and shakers of our village and the next village over, they've begun to take their place at the head table. Did I tell you? We have a coup in our invitation. My cousin Micah, he owns one of the largest olive groves in the region. He has agreed to be here. And we have set the most important place, the place of honor, at the head table for him. And look, he's arrived. Micah, oh, he knows how to work a room. He's letting everyone see him. He's shaking hands. He's talking to the ladies. He is so charming. Of course, he knows that when everyone sees him sitting at the place of honor, it's going to do something wonderful for his reputation. He'll probably get a few new clients buying his olives, and the rabbi is probably going to be so impressed at his station that the rabbi is probably going to give him a contract to provide olive oil to light the lamps in the synagogue. Well, here he comes. Here comes Micah. And look at him. He is making sure everyone in the banquet sees him and knows where he's headed to. He is making the most of this moment. And finally, Micah, once everyone has seen him in the entire banquet, takes his place of honor at the head table, sitting on the cushion, reclining, ready to eat. We've finally made it. The whole village is going to see my family with honor. What's all that commotion? Why are people whispering? It seems excited. They seem so excited. I can't believe it. That's Timothy. Timothy is the most important teacher in all of Israel. He never shows up to these things. We didn't think he'd come. He's come all the way from Jerusalem. Where are we going to place him? The only seat we have left are in the seat with the lowest people. We can't put him there. Oh, what's Isaac doing? Isaac's talking to Micah. Micah doesn't look very happy. In fact, he looks rather embarrassed and humiliated. He's getting up. Isaac has sent him to the lowest seats. That's going to ruin his sales. He's been publicly humiliated and shamed. He won't get that contract from the rabbi. He's got his head down in shame as he goes back to those low seats. And as he turns to sit down in the lowest of seats, he turns just in time to see Timothy take that seat of honor in his place. You see, the ancient Near East, and Israel included, was an honor-shame culture. It was all about bringing honor to your family. The more honor you could gain, the better you were seen, not only in the eyes of your community, but in all of Israel. You may have, in your readings of the Gospels, seen Jesus approached by the Pharisees, the Sadducees, and scribes. And they're often trying to trick Jesus. That's because in an honor-shame culture, you always want to bring yourself up, bring honor to yourself, but shame to your opponent. They saw Jesus as their opponent. And they wanted to bring shame to Jesus so that people would stop listening to Jesus. But Jesus never fell for that. Jesus always had a better answer. And they were never able to shame Jesus. But see, it wasn't just Jesus. It wasn't just weddings. This kind of thing went on every day in the ancient world. constantly trying to bring yourself up, bring honor to yourself, bring yourself self-advancement. And if you had an opponent, a rival, to tear that rival down, bring shame to him or her. It was what was expected. When Jesus told this parable to his listeners, it wasn't a scenario that they were unfamiliar with. It was a scenario they saw day in, day out. It's the way the world ran. In that world, charity didn't go from the rich to the poor. Often the rich would give charity, but they didn't give charity to the poor. They gave charity to other people that were their peers who had run into trouble. Jesus changes everything. Jesus, in his advice, after he tells this parable, don't invite your family. Don't invite your friends. Don't invite the rich if you hold a banquet, because you might be repaid. He's not warning them against getting repaid. He's warning them against the dangers of self-advancement. Because when you focus so much on self-advancement, you miss the people that really need your help. You miss the needs that are often right in front of your face. Because you're so busy trying to figure out how to advance yourself, how to gain honor, how to bring shame to your opponent. You see, in their world, you would only invite to a banquet either the people you were obligated to or those that would give you better standing within your community. And the hope was, and the tradition was, if they accepted your invitation, then they had to return it. For instance, if I invited you to my house for dinner, the expectation would be, if you accepted it, that in return you would invite me to your house for dinner. Jesus flips this over and says, invite not those people who can repay you. Invite the lame, the poor, the blind, the deaf, the people that cannot repay you. For then your reward will be in the resurrection of the righteous. And righteous means being right with God. You are right with God when you spend more time lifting up those who need your help than looking for self-advancement. Jesus changed the world with this parable. Jesus changed the way that people treated each other with this parable. And it is through this parable that we come to learn that the kingdom of God is not made up of the greatest. We saw in the parables there were the levels, the highest and the lowest constantly. But in the kingdom of God, the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. We're all on an even playing field when we lift each other up as Christ has lifted us up. Christ has spoken to you today, and you'd like to know this God who values mercy, values the lifting up of those in need, then I'd love to talk to you about salvation. Or if you'd like to unite with this church, becoming a member and an official part of our family, I'd love to talk to you about membership. And finally, if you need somebody to pray with you, I'd love to be that person. Those of you who are online, you see the information on your screen, and I invite you to reach out if Christ has spoken to you. Our hymn of discipleship today is hymn number 399, Take My Life and Let It Be. I invite you to stand and sing.
my life and let it be consecrated, Lord, to Thee. Take my moments and my days, let them flow in ceaseless praise. Take my hands and let them move at the impulse of Thy love. Take my feet and let them be swift and beautiful for Thee. Take my voice and let me sing, always only for my King. Take my lips and let them be filled with messages from Thee. Take my silver and my gold, not a mite would I withhold. Take my intellect and use every power as Thou shalt choose. Take my will and make it Thine. It shall be no longer mine. Take my heart, it is Thine own. It shall be Thy royal throne. Take my love, my Lord, I pour at Thy feet its treasure store. Take myself and I will be ever only all for Thee.
Friends, as you go forth and look for those that need your help the most and give them a hand. And remember, this building isn't the church. You're the church. So stop coming to church. Start coming to worship and go out and be the church. In the name of the Father, the Son, and